Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Check the Credits, where we review garbage records by legends of the industry so that you don't have to. Head over to check-thecredits.com, where you'll find links to our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as links to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Podbean, or wherever you enjoy your podcasts. We are your hosts, Michael Green and John. I secretly love disco. Smeaton.
No, I don't.
Johnny, how you going?
I was doing great till I had to do this record.
Oh, well. Yeah, we're tackling a doozy this time around.
Yes, we are.
To introduce it, why don't you enjoy this skit with me?
Oh.
Yeah, come in.
Elton John.
Bernie Taupin, mate. How are you, man?
Good. What you working on then?
I've actually got the brand new record nearly in the can. You want to hear it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't send you any lyrics or anything, but sure, yeah, let's have a listen.
Right. Check this out.
Huh? Yeah, cool, man. Very different, very disco. Yeah, all right.
Okay. Better sit down for this next one then.
All right. Kind of similar to the previous track, but cool, man. Yeah.
Well, hold on to your hat on this next track.
Are you not digging it, Bern? Well, it's not that. It's just, well...
Let us hear the next one then. Right. Well, let's have it then. What's the problem?
Well, it's just that... Well, there's a definite pattern, right? Is that like on purpose, or...
Pattern?
I don't... Come on, Elton. Are you telling me you don't hear the similarities?
I don't know what you mean.
You know what? Never mind. Let's have the next one.
All right.
Just pull it up here.
Elton? What?
Well, come on, mate. You don't hear how similar everything is? Like, at all?
No, I don't. You know what I think?
I think you're jealous.
Ugh.
No, I think you're just jealous of how good it is. It's 1979, Bernie. You've got to move with the times. Yeah, I suppose you're right. What about the next one, then?
You sure?
Yep, let's have it.
Bloody hell, Elton! What?
Why, you're telling me that you don't hear it?
Hear what?
They're all exactly the same. Like the same BPMs, the same delivery, even the same key.
Oh, come off it. You just can't stand that I found someone who can write better lyrics than you. Admit it, this album is going to make my fans forget everything that came out before it.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I even came down then.
Me too.
Right, well, I guess I'm off then. Best of luck to you, Elton. I'm always here if you need me.
Yeah, like that'll ever happen.
Oh, man. I love it. That was so good.
So, if you haven't guessed already, is Elton John. And the album is Victim of Love. So,
Who's the victim here, though? Us?
it's definitely our ocular cavities. Is this the first time you're hearing the record?
Yeah.
Where is Elton John in your life, though?
Elton John, my mom would play
yeah,
Candle in the Wind all the time.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. The live version. Like a candle in the wind.
Not was it the Princess Diana one or the Marilyn Monroe?
It was
like
the
original?
Monroe,
The old original,
for
okay.
sure. And
Gotcha.
and Elton John played some part in my growing up in high school also.
Yeah, man.
Like Lion King, man.
Lion King.
Lion King.
Oh, the
Lion
Can
King.
You feel
The love tonight. Yeah, like high school, man. It was like Lion King is what Netflix and chill is today.
the hell's that
It's
mean?
Lion King and chill back when I went to high
Lion
school
King
in the
and
90s.
chill?
Yeah,
That
man.
wasn't a thing.
Dude, I was making out like before Rafiki even like held Simba up above the mountain.
Oh, you had the hand under the sweater?
Oh man.
Dude, really? You were crushing ass during Lion King?
Well, I wouldn't say I was crushing ass. I'd say there was some definite heavy petting going on.
Heavy petting
Heavy
during
petting.
Lion King.
Yeah.
Now that's the one where like a lion like collapses into the dust and it spells sex in the
Yeah.
dust or something, or in the clouds or something. Is that what that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember Little Mermaid? I believe it was
Disney.
when the guy was like, I think it was during the wedding
Okay.
of
Ariel
and he had the little pecker there. He looked like he had a little hard on going on. Did you?
Dude, I haven't heard pecker or hard on in so long.
Damn it, Mike! I'm old school. You know that.
I peaked in '82 and I haven't moved on. Oh my gosh! Well, who's the comedian that said like you try drawing Ariel all day for all those years and not draw a couple of dicks here and there? Who's that comedian?
And forget about it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! So, what year is it? When did Victim of Love come out?
It was 1979.
1979. How old were you in '79?
I was born in 76. Ooh. So like 3 or 4.
I'm an '80 baby, so this is a year before I was hatched.
And now people know how old I am, but that's okay.
I think you let the cat out of the bag when you said pecker and hard on. Those are not new terms.
Oh, I just hope our listeners aren't scratching their head. What is a pecker? Well,
Watch Little Mermaid, you'll find out.
yeah. You want to get into some top stories here?
Yeah.
Or do you want to start off with production notes and stuff like that?
Let's do the news.
We'll do it.
That'll grease the wheel. That is 1979. What are the top news stories? I'm excited. I'm excited to hear this.
Well, YMCA sued the Village People for libel because of the song with the same name. You remember that?
YMCA. Yeah.
Well, YMCA.
YMCA.
Yeah. So they sued them.
The YMCA, the company sued the band.
I never knew what it ever stood for.
Oh.
I heard of YMCA, and I never really,
Right.
figured out what it stood for. It actually stands for Young Men's Christian Association. So, yeah.
That's not what the Village People thought, though,
I-
right? What is it? What did it mean for them?
I have no idea.
There's no way that wasn't the Village People homosexual?
I think 2 of them were.
Oh, okay.
I think 2
Just
of them.
a couple of them were?
Not sure.
Okay.
But they ended up dropping it, the libel suit,
Oh,
because of a very high rise, no pun intended, to the membership. So they're like, you know what?
it's good for business.
Yeah, it's good for business. We're gonna drop this shit and we'll move on.
Okay,
so,
fair enough.
Yeah, they got their due.
Excellent.
Also, Sid Vicious of the Sex Pistols.
Yes.
He dies of a heroin overdose while being tried for the murder of girlfriend Nancy Spungen
Oh,
in
shame.
New York City.
Sid and Nancy.
Yeah.
Another one I never saw. Is it Gary Oldman plays him, right? Mm-hmm. Who's Nancy?
I don't know. I don't remember. How old is that movie?
Oh, it's old.
Yeah.
Oldman's pretty young in it. Sid and Nancy. Who's the girl? It's not like Sybil Shepherd or something, is it? Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of Taxi Driver.
Maybe.
That's Sybil Shepherd, right?
I believe so.
Taxi
yes.
Driver. And like a super young Jodie Foster is in Taxi Driver, yeah. Okay, anyway, sorry, man.
Actually, funny story about how Sid Vicious got his name. It's actually a name of a hamster.
That is funny.
It is.
Who's hamster?
I don't know. I don't know whose hamster it was, but apparently its name was Sid. Mm-hmm. And the bastard was vicious. He'd bite people, and
Sid
so
Vicious.
he's like, Sid Vicious.
All right.
Whatever. Moving on. China institutes the one child per family rule due to an exploding population.
That was in 79?
Yeah, man. Chinese were getting busy hard. Like hard, man.
Taking them to the bone
Oh,
zone.
yeah. Big time.
1979 was the rule was then. I think that's most recent. That feels like a recent thing. Okay. Maybe I just didn't know about it.
It's amazing though, isn't it? I mean, like China being like the most populated.
Yeah.
Like
Densely
that is
populated.
crazy.
Yeah. But in 79, they put one child per family.
Yeah.
And they still managed to do the most densely populated place in the world.
Apparently.
Like a ding dang do.
This beer is going down really good, man.
Oh, yeah. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Bud. You're drinking water.
I'm drinking Nestle Pure Life.
Loser.
It is 0% alcohol.
President Hassan al-Bakir resigns, and Vice President Saddam Hussein replaces him in Iraq.
Is it Saddam or Saddam?
Saddam.
Saddam. 1979.
Send me to Saddam.
And then he stayed there until what?
Till
2000 till Bush found him in a hole.
They found him on a farm, in a hole. In Tikrit, I think. Was it Tikrit?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Something didn't smell right. That Chris Rock had a bit about that. I think in his was it Never Scared special? I think, because he's talking about them not finding who shot Tupac.
Yeah.
And they were saying like they found Saddam Hussein
In a hole
in the middle of some field. Tupac got shot in Vegas on the Strip, and you don't have any clues. Like it's a really good bit, but
Well, I mean, and it's the same with the whole Osama bin Laden thing. How they found him, right? I mean, they were looking for him for how long? Like 10 years.
yeah.
Like that was nuts. And he was in, where was he? India or Pakistan?
I don't know.
The whole time. But anyway,
There was
moving on.
there was that movie too that was about that. What was that
I
movie
didn't.
called?
I didn't watch it, man.
Jessica Chastain was in it. I thought like a Chris Pratt was in it too.
It
Before the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. I think.
got fishy with me, like when they're okay. Well, where's the body? And they're like, well, we buried him at sea because we didn't want him to get buried like in anybody's country because he was,
So bad.
a terrorist. And
It's a
then
little strange.
And then when you're sitting there watching TV late at night, and they have those infomercials and all
Yeah,
that stuff,
yeah.
dude. They were selling like a coin collection
Okay.
for the whole operation of like this Osama bin Laden operation. They were selling coins, man.
What?
I'm like, what?
That's a
Dude, they
little
had
strange.
maps. They had maps, like how they went into the compound and blah blah blah.
That were inscribed on these coins.
It wasn't on the coins.
Oh, what the hell's on the coins?
I don't even remember. I think it's probably some bald eagle or something. I'm sure.
Isn't a burial at sea like an honor thing? Isn't that like if you get buried at sea, that's like a thing of honor?
Dude, I could go conspiracy like big time. But
Okay,
I
let's
won't.
not do that.
But yeah, but I just found it strange. They're having infomercials about this. Like, really, you guys want to make money off of it? Like,
It's
come
a
on.
little weird.
Yeah.
News stories, 1979. Where are we?
We're at the Sahara Desert. That's what
Okay.
it feels like in here right now. It's hot as hell. They experienced snow for half an hour, for 30 minutes. I
It
guess.
snowed in the
It
Sahara
snowed.
in 1979.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow,
That's crazy.
that's bananas.
Either that or somebody had really bad dandruff. I don't know.
Hasn't snowed ever since.
A Canadian Pacific freight train carrying dangerous chemicals derails, causing an explosion, and releases toxic fumes, causing an evacuation in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. This is
Hey,
a
it's
little
like
bit
5
closer
hours
to
away.
home.
Yeah, 4 or 5 hours away.
Not far away at all.
No kidding, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was the last story.
Okay.
So one thing that happened. Oh, no, sorry. There's one more thing.
Oh.
Sony introduces the Walkman.
In 1979,
79.
the Walkman. Dude, I had a yellow one.
Me too.
Yours was yellow
Those
too.
were so badass.
They were so amazing. They
Yeah.
clipped on my little shorts, my little corduroy shorts. Oh,
When did spandex come in?
I don't know.
You remember spandex shorts?
Sure, but I never did it.
Even dudes were wearing them.
You
What year
included?
was that? It was in the 90s.
Did you wear them? Johnny, look me in the eye.
I did.
You had frosted tips and spandex?
Not frosted tips. Not yet.
You did eventually?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Tell me there's pictures somewhere of you in spandex.
There is not. Like,
Johnny.
I had these ones that were like black
I'm talking
spandex.
to your mom's got
and it
something.
and it had a pink stripe up the legs. Dude.
And you didn't listen to this Elton John album?
I wore them to Pablo Island.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I did. But dude, everybody was wearing them, so I didn't feel so bad.
Yeah, I guess.
It was the thing.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean, no.
I was not a fashion guy at all. I think you could probably go through my history of pictures, and I'd like if you go to like early '80s of me, I'm wearing like a Michael Jackson shirt.
Yeah.
You know, but Michael Jackson was the ish back then, right? So
The big thing when I was going to high school were Doc Martens. Those were
Doc
like
Martens,
the
yeah,
biggest thing.
I remember.
You had to be wearing Doc Martens, or you were not.
I
cool.
still have never owned a pair.
I
Same with
get it.
Nike. Like Jordans were the thing.
I actually owned a pair or two.
That's cool.
I want to be cool, man.
But you, Eddie Vedder was wearing them. Jordans were the big thing.
Yeah.
And I still, to this day, as a grown-ass man, I still don't own Jordans. Isn't that sad? One day, dude.
I never did.
When this podcast takes off and I'm a gazillionaire, I'm going to finally get Jordan 1s.
It's funny because I went, my dad had taken me to, because obviously we're in Windsor, we're right across from Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
So back then, you know, our money was actually worth something. And so we'd shop in the States, obviously in Detroit. So I went over there with my dad and I bought a new pair of shoes. And they were Converse.
Oh, yeah.
But dude, these things were like futuristic. Like they were high tops, so like basketball shoes, right? Dude, I got made fun of so bad.
Oh, really?
Well, they were just like not. They were like futuristic.
Well, you weren't supposed to
shoes.
get the pink pair.
Well,
Well, I had to match the stripe on my spandex, bro.
they're actually white and red, okay, and blue.
You got made fun of?
I got made fun of.
What was everybody else wearing? The Reebok pumps?
They were.
I remember Reebok pumps. Never got those either.
Remember the pump it.
I was a byway kid.
Remember Saturday Night Live, the turkey,
No.
the Reebok turkey. It was either Reebok or Nike. The Nike turkey, just pump it.
Oh my
it. Yeah, they
gosh.
pump up the turkey. You know,
Oh,
remember
that's
that?
great. I'll have to look for it.
Yeah. Anyway, top movies in 1979.
Oh, yeah.
This should be easy for you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the name. I'm gonna give you who was starred in it, and
Oh.
then you just give me the name of the movie.
Ooh, I like this.
It's only 3 of them.
79, though. I mean,
No, man,
I wasn't even born yet.
79.
Okay.
Sigourney Weaver.
Alien.
That's right.
Ripley, dude.
Told you, man.
Everybody forgets about Ripley. I'm all about women being tough and badass, but everybody is like, whatever. 1979?
Oh, yeah.
Ripley, dude, Sigourney Weaver.
Like-
everybody had a crush on her when we were kids.
Like I've been keeping track of like the whole. You remember Prometheus? And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know,
I didn't hate it as much as people really shit on that movie. I didn't hate it that much.
and what was the second one? Do you remember what the second one was? Anyway,
it was
really
just called Covenant, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, Covenant.
Yeah, Alien Covenant.
So they're supposed to be doing another movie and whatnot. But
With
from what-
with Scott?
with Scott.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be the third Prometheus movie, whatever, and it'll be the prequel. But
No Sigourney Weaver.
no Sigourney Weaver. Like
Come on.
some guys from the original like Alien series actually sent Sigourney Weaver like recently a script, a 50-page script,
Okay.
for a new film, and she basically turned it down. She said it's time to put Ripley to bed. So
Well,
because
what-
Alien Resurrection was so shit.
Well, she's like it became like she was a clone or
Yeah,
something.
it was
it's
so
not even the real
dumb.
Ripley anymore.
It was the worst Alien movie
Yeah.
I ever seen. And I mean, Alien 3. I mean, as like
Is that the one on prison?
In
On the
prison,
prison?
yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It kind of went back to the.
Is Winona Ryder in that one? Or she?
Yeah, she was. She was
Okay.
one of the androids.
Okay.
And it kind of went back to the Alien 1 type deal.
Okay, yeah.
Like where it's kind of more
Horror
type
yeah,
deal,
suspense.
right?
Yeah.
And,
the first two, nothing beats the first two.
Oh, I know. Like they're so great.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Okay. Alien.
Sylvester Stallone.
In '79,
Yeah.
is it First Blood?
With Carl Weathers.
Oh, Rocky 2.
Yes.
Because Rocky 1's
Yeah.
76, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. Okay. That's why I didn't go for a Rocky movie. Because '79, I'm like, did he put out a Rocky movie in '79?
I can't believe there's a Rocky movie even in the 70s.
'76.
That's
He won an
crazy.
Oscar for it. The first one. Yeah.
Born that year, man.
For best, was it best? I don't know if it was best film or best screenplay or something, but Stallone won an Oscar.
You ever see how
For the
tall
first
Stallone
Rocky.
really is?
Isn't he like 5'6"
He's
or
like
something?
tiny, dude.
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
fit him in my back pocket. He'd probably kick my ass.
Yeah, but you're like 6'3". What are you, 6'3"?
I'm about 6'1".
Yeah.
6'2".
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's crazy. This one's gonna be easy.
So Rocky 2.
So Rocky 2.
Yep.
Next one,
Is this the number one film?
the number one film,
Of 79.
starring Christopher Reeve and Margot Kidder.
Oh, Superman the movie.
Yeah.
That was 79? I thought that was
79.
78. Okay, cool.
Well, maybe I messed up.
Yeah, that's okay. When I was a kid, Superman 2, the one with Zod and everything, that's the one that I really loved.
Yeah.
I've watched Superman the movie not that long ago. It's the Donner version. And I don't remember the whole poem narrating thing from Lois. Do you remember that? There's a scene where Margot Kidder is like, you can hear the audio of the thoughts in her head.
Oh, really?
While they're flying around together. And she's like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
"All I wanted
I
you to
remember
do was,
that.
I'm flying with you, and all I can think about is how you're holding me and stuff." And I'm like, what the balls is this? I don't remember this.
Oh, I got to go back and look
It's
at
not
that.
good. The first one hasn't aged well. That's the one where he like flies around the earth backwards and tries to make the time turn
I wonder if
back.
that's where Airplane got that idea from. Remember when like
The first airplane?
The first airplane where
Okay.
they're sitting there and the wife would be thinking.
Oh,
He
that's right.
He
yeah.
never takes his coffee like that.
Yeah, he never takes his coffee like that.
She's all thinking in her head. Oh man, that movie's so great.
It is so great. Leslie Nielsen,
Oh
man.
yeah, Canadian boy.
I liked the second one too, with William Shatner.
Oh yeah,
It was great.
they're all pretty.
What's
good.
the seems to be the problem here? All these lights are blinking out of sequence. Well, get them blinking in sequence, damn it.
Right. I quit.
It's so good.
I quit a bat. I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Yeah. That's
Oh
right.
man, that's so great. Like every scene.
Oh, Lloyd Bridges too.
Oh man,
he was so great.
Sniffing glue.
Oh my gosh. So I actually do have the 1979 top 10 songs
Oh man,
on the
I'm gonna
Billboard charts.
bomb
Actually,
so bad.
I wanted to go down to what is it? Number 30. Number 36 is Elton John with a song that's not on this record. Mama Can't Buy You Love.
They're like, man, we gotta go back to the old stuff.
I don't know that song actually, but it was on the Billboard Hot 100, and it wasn't on this record. Okay,
it wasn't on a soundtrack or nothing like that. Maybe.
maybe
Yeah.
I actually don't recognize the song. Number 10, Robert John.
Who the hell is Robert John?
Never heard of him. No
I have
idea.
no clue.
The song is called "Sad Eyes."
Yeah, sad. All right.
"Sad Eyes" sounds like familiar.
Sad eyes. I'll make my own song if you like.
Dude, imagine if that's how it went. Number 9, Anita Ward.
I need a award.
I need a beer. Drinking water. Ring My Bell.
I know the song. I don't know the artist.
All right, so you got this one. Oh, you do know "Ring My Bell"? Can you sing it for me?
Ring my bell. Well, I mean, I've
What?
heard remixes of it.
That's how it goes?
Yeah.
Ring My Bell.
Yeah. I think it's like an old Navy commercial. They use that song in.
Ah, excellent. So, well, you got this.
My bell.
You got this one. Number 8, Village People.
YMCA.
Yeah. So number 7, Donna Summer.
Oh boy, another disco.
Yeah.
No.
Looking for some hot stuff, baby. You don't know that one?
I know it, man.
You do know
it's just horrible.
Okay. Number 6, Gloria Gaynor. You know the song. Because I know the song, but I didn't recognize
Is it-
Gloria Gaynor.
Is it I Will Survive?
Yeah. How do you know
man.
that?
I could go on.
Good
but
for
I
you.
won't.
Peaches and Herb. Coming in at number 5.
Peaches and what?
It's the name of the artist.
Peaches and what?
Herb.
Herb.
Like Herb.
Peaches and herb. No.
Are you supposed to say herb? I always say herb. Like Italian herb and cheese. I never say herb and cheese. Are you supposed to do the H?
I never thought it was silent. Silent H? Yo, man, we gonna go smoke some herb.
Yeah. You don't say herb, do you? I know you say hemp. You don't say emp.
We don't even say is that what the kids say now?
No,
Or is
I don't
herb
think
or-
so.
Smoke, puffing the Chiba.
You know the song and the artist, but let's see if you get it. Number 4, Rod Stewart, 1979.
Oh. I know it,
Yeah, you do.
but I forget it.
Well, that doesn't help you here.
No.
Do you think I'm sexy?
Oh, yeah. Come on, baby, let me know. Yeah.
Number 3.
Little James Hetfield for you.
Yeah. Chic. Chic. Cheek. Chick. Cheek.
Chic.
Le Freak. It's the name of the song.
Chic.
All right. Number 2. Donna Summer.
What was the song for Chic?
Le Freak. Like the freak.
Chic. Le Freak. No.
You know what? If we heard it, we'd probably be like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Donna Summer again.
Donna. Someone listen to my Britney Spears records.
Take a shot. Put 2 words together. It's a 2-word title. I believe in you.
Big.
Close.
Wood.
Nope. Why did you go there? That was a weird place to go. Bad Girls.
Oh, there's a B in there.
Yeah, that's why I said you were close. And the number 1 song on the Billboard charts of 1979, The Knack.
Oh, My Sharona.
My Sharona.
Yeah, I remember that song from... remember that movie, Reality Bites?
Oh, Ben Stiller.
And Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke, Ben Stiller.
Yeah, Ben Stiller directed that movie.
Okay.
And that was a big song on that.
I remember
movie.
Weird Al's My Bologna. Do you remember that?
No, I never heard that
You don't
song.
know My Bologna.
I didn't know he did one for that.
I think he had like an accordion or some shit.
That is fucking nuts.
How you feeling, man? You want to go through the credits?
Not really, but I will.
Check the credits. Elton John, Victim of Love, released in 1979. This is his 13th album.
You think it'd be good? Number 13.
I don't know.
Lucky 13.
It relies heavily on the disco sound, which peaked before this album's release, so a little late to the party. At 36 minutes, this is the shortest record of John's career. So
Thank goodness.
we should fly through it.
Yeah.
He neither wrote songs or performs any piano or keyboards. He only appears as the singer.
Oh, my goodness.
So he sang the entire record in one 8-hour session. So he probably did one take, did a line.
On to the next one.
Did another take, snorted a little bit. It is only one of 2 albums without lyricist Bernie Taupin, the other being A Single Man, which came out the year prior. Oh, maybe that's where that song on the Billboard charts is from? Maybe from that song.
Yeah.
Elton did very little marketing to promote the album. He did not tour behind it and has never played any of its songs live. The only studio album from which he's never played anything on stage from it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't say.
He probably tried pitching this to the Lion King, and they're like, "We can't have kids making out to this." It was not critically or commercially well received. When ranking Elton's albums, Matt Springer of Ultimate Classic Rock placed the album dead last. The title track, however, did become a moderately successful single, reaching number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100. It also peaked at number 11 on the Canadian Adult Contemporary chart.
Oh, man, really?
Those Canucks like their disco.
That song was shitty.
The album was produced by Pete Bellotte, who co-wrote every track on the record. Now, back in the 60s, Bellotte was in a band called... Wait, what was the... Who was the bad guy in... I'm picturing...
I'm scared.
I'm picturing Harrison Ford saying something like, Bellotte. I knew it was Bellotte.
Oh.
Is it Bellotte or Belloc? Is it the first Indiana Jones?
I don't remember. That's interesting, though.
Crap. Maybe is it in Raiders of the Lost Ark? Wasn't the guy... Oh, for ball's sake. I'm never going to remember.
That sucks.
Anyway, Bellotte was in a band called The Sinners, who eventually would encounter another band while touring Germany called Bluesology. He would become friends with their keyboard player, Reg Dwight, who would go on to become Elton John. Bellotte is known for his work with Donna Summer, predominantly, but has also worked with Janet Jackson, Tina Turner, and Cliff Richard.
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson. Dude, how you feeling? You feeling like going through this album?
Yes.
We're going to do a track-by-track review
I can't wait.
of Elton John's Victim of Love. And the first song is Johnny Be Good.
Oh, boy.
Chuck, it's Marvin. Your cousin, Marvin Berry. You know that new sound you looking for? Well, listen to this.
Hey there. If you want to listen to this clip, you're going to have to go download the album. If you dare. It's pretty shitty. Hence the purpose of this podcast. Anyway, back to the show. When we start filming these episodes, you're going to have to watch what you do. You can't be doing air drums to this shit.
Hey, nobody can see.
So obviously a Chuck Berry classic. I
wonder how I felt about this one.
Clocking in at a brisk 8 minutes and 6 seconds.
It's Elton John.
It's in a word, awful.
Oh, yeah.
It's so slow, so long, so boring, relentless. Like, I thought it was never going to end.
And I think it's gonna be a long time.
To get some perspective, the original is 2 minutes and 42 seconds long. So why they thought adding an extra 6 minutes to this was a good idea, the world will never know.
Elton John. That's my name. Well, not really.
Dude, in that stretch of time, you could probably do your dishes
Yeah,
and go outside and flip the burgers on the barbecue.
Easily.
Come back in
easily.
and put the dishes away.
And that song's still going.
8
minutes and 6
4
seconds.
or 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, it doesn't do anything.
No, it's
the
shit.
song doesn't go
It's
anywhere, so,
garbage.
yeah.
I feel bad for.
So
Barry.
you liked it. You loved the beat because
Oh,
you were air drumming to it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm going to be air drumming during this entire episode.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. You might hear the wind through the microphone
I also went super deep in my reconnaissance research.
on this song.
Yeah, I went on YouTube.
Oh.
And I found comments for each and every song on this. This wasn't easy. But I do it because I love you guys. Herman's Hermit's Music 3 months ago says, I don't care what anybody says. Victim of Love is a good album.
Also, Cox is one of my favorite words.
Dieter Vogt 1 month ago says, the version of Elton John is the second best after the original by Chuck Berry. Fantastic.
How many versions are there?
It's a little bit funny,
I don't know.
but then again, no.
Christopher Hoare 3 months ago says, it's a pretty good song.
His last name's Whore?
Yeah.
He's a whore.
It's Horrr.
Oh, okay.
I mean, how would you pronounce it?
Such a whore.
Are you excited about the next one?
Not really.
This one's
but-
called Warm Love in a Cold War.
Really? I did that?
Written by Pete Bellott, Stefan Wisnet, and Gunther Moll.
Thanks, Pete, for that one.
Thanks, Gunther. I should have prefaced this episode with the fact that I don't like disco,
Oh, disco is horrible.
like at all. I've never have.
No.
I don't like disco at all. Remember when Kiss put out a disco album? Ooh,
Oh.
we should do a Kiss album for CTC. We haven't tackled them yet. I love Elton John, especially early Elton John. His 70s stuff is so good, but I can't stand disco, dude. It's like country music and disco. I'll listen to anything.
Oh, you said the C word.
Yeah. Having said that, I'm confident that I can recognize a strong hook when I see it, no matter what the genre is. I just don't hear anything killer. in
No,
here.
me neither.
I think this is going to be like a redundant sort of thing. for
Well,
this album,
redundant.
you know?
That's the record. Redundant.
Yeah,
That's the theme here.
Going to YouTube, Marie Weltzheimer
Give it to me.
4 months ago says, I'm a huge Elton John fan, but oh my, I haven't listened to this since it came out. I'm only 2 songs in, and I don't think I'm going to make it. Gonna make it. It's giving me a slight headache.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Dude, that just sounded like a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah. Nick Weems 5 years ago says, Victim of Love never gets the credit it deserves. It truly is one of the most magnificently bad albums ever made.
You know, when I was dubbed Sir Elton, the Queen paddled me silly.
All Taken 67.8 6 years ago says Elton has owed me $650 since October of '79.
That's it?
That's what albums cost back then. I was born bad. Ooh, Johnny. Written by Bellot and Jeff Bastow. Yeah, so I just feel like you could have dropped any singer in this, and the result would be exactly the same. Like Rod Stewart or Cat Stevens, like anybody that was big at that time could have sung any of these, and it would be basically the same.
I actually counted how many times he says "born bad."
Oh my gosh, really?
It's a whopping 56 times.
Dude,
So in case you
bless
didn't know,
you.
that fool is born bad.
How many times?
56.
56 times.
Yeah.
He says,
Born
wow.
bad.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
Dude, what the crap?
Born bad.
Good for you. I can't believe you did that. That's crazy.
Well, he says it 56 times. I mean,
At what point did you go, I got to start counting this shit?
well, I was doing dishes. I was looking in my backyard through the window. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, he says it a lot. I'm going to play it again, unfortunately, and I'm going to count how many times he does it.
Yeah.
For science, man. For science.
You guys need to DM John and say, thank you so much for your sacrifice.
Born bad.
You're a hero. Epic Lights, 8 months ago on YouTube, says, best song on the album.
A rocket man.
I'm going to have to give that guy a nice little GTFO on that one.
Richard Delgado, 1 month ago, says, I'm an unknown songwriter. Perhaps for good reason. I mean, my material will never be as good as the greats, but I'm confident my stuff is way better than their worst stuff.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Herman's Hermits Music returns 2 weeks ago
Hermie.
and says, people hate Victim of Love because Elton tried something different. In my opinion, he nailed disco, and I will never stop dancing to this album.
Oh, boy. Ooh.
How do you feel like dancing to Thunder in the Night? Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna be high.
Now that's the real Elton John.
Yeah, I just wanted to play that stuff so you guys don't forget how flipping great Elton is. Written by Bellot and Michael Hoffman. If this isn't being played at a club where the champagne and cocaine are flowing, it just doesn't work. I feel like the entire album only works in that setting.
Ain't no lovin' tonight. My woman says she ain't my woman. I sure put up a fight to keep it right. I think that's tight.
What the hell is that?
It's the lyrics, man.
Oh, are you serious?
yeah. Those are the lyrics.
Oh my gosh.
They were good, eh?
Rocket man, burning out his fuse out here alone.
Oh, isn't that so good?
That's tight. I added that myself. That
Oh, really?
the little ad-lib, yeah. He didn't write that.
You're a great
Nice try,
lyricist.
John.
Yeah.
Elton John.
Elton John, Home Depot loader. 3 months ago says one of the best songs to grace this phenomenal album.
Oh, yeah, right. Keep on loading there.
Guess who's back?
Hermie.
Herman's
Is he
Hermits,
back?
5 months ago, says, disco haters can go F themselves. Victim of Love is too good an album.
And don't you mouth off to me or I'm going to slap you right in your penis.
Remember Hermie the Dentist from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
No.
Yeah, man, the classic.
The-
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
That
Reindeer?
claymation thing?
Yeah.
No.
Bumble's Bounce. You remember that? And Hermie? No. Hermie the Dentist, he's an elf.
I remember the Abominable Snowman thing.
Yeah, man. The
Is that
Bumble.
the same thing?
That's the Bumble.
With the little guy, the little elf?
Yeah, that's Hermie.
I forgot he's a dentist, or he wants to
Yeah.
be a dentist.
I just don't understand why you'd want to be a dentist. But yeah, he wanted to be a dentist.
I remember even when I was a kid, that Abominable Snowman thing looked like it would smell like a wet dog. Or like a funky sack, right? Even when I was a kid going like, that thing probably doesn't smell too good. BD, 2 years ago, says, what was he thinking?
Also, Cox is one of my favourite words.
How chuffed are you to do Spotlight?
I'm down.
Oh, wow.
I'm down.
One beer. It's going through. Oh, my gosh.
That clap gets me every time.
Oh, man.
Spotlight.
We should really start learning people's names.
I agree with Brown, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Written by the same team as Warm Love in a Cold War.
Oh, well, that's a surprise.
That's it. That's all I got. Seriously.
Well, I got part had me grooving.
For real?
Yeah, a little bit. Come on, man. I just did the claps. I got the clap.
Oh, my gosh.
This song's terrible, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Elton, what have you done?
Okay, let's go to YouTube then.
Yeah, that'd be
Ahato Did 4 months ago says, most underrated song from Elton ever.
Really? Yeah. Telling you, man, those claps.
It's all about the claps. Idreen 10 months ago says, unpopular opinion, but I really like this album. This song in particular is excellent. And finally, Shaco Ben Meyer, 8 years ago, says, show them how to dance tonight. Definitely not Elton John. I probably went back and listened to this after this was in the can, which should have been the garbage can, and immediately called up Bernie Taupin and said, help! Without question, one of my 2 to 3 favorite artists of all time, but a good reason this is not in my collection.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Oh my gosh. How excited are you for Street Boogie?
I'm ready, man.
We're nearing the end here.
I'm ready. I know, it didn't take long.
Same writing team as before. That's
That's about all he's got to say
my
about
notes.
that.
My gift is my song, and this one's for you.
Yeah, thanks, Elton, for Street Boogie. What do you got?
I just got it. It's just a fun song.
Oh,
It's a fun song, something playing
I'm
in the
starting
background.
to get the impression that you liked this record and
No.
that you really like disco.
It would take very large amounts of cocaine to enjoy this album.
I'm thinking that the spandex and the frosted tips are not that far off in your past. It's a little more recent than you're letting on, I think. Ronald Charles Epstein, 8 months ago, I never heard Elton John sing Street Boogie.
Street Boogie.
Soulful House 11 months ago says, kind of reminds me of Prince music.
Oh.
It's a little bit funny.
Sprint Bass 4 years ago says, I can play all the bass lines from this album. People think it's one of his worst, but as a bass player, there's some exciting things on it. He was never as funky as this before or after.
But then again, no.
Shazam Pool 6 months ago says, I love how this beat continues to Victim of Love. Play this song first and then play Victim of Love next to each other, and you see how cool this transition is. No good? No good? All right. We did it. Last but not least, Victim of Love, which is the title cut. You excited? Look me.
I'm ready.
Look
for
at me in
I'm
my
ready-
eyeballs.
I'm ready for the bubbles and the glitter. I am ready.
Boy. Written by Bellot, along with Sylvester LeVay and Jerry Ricks.
That was actually kind of fun.
Good job,
We were
fellas.
jamming out there. We were, man. Both of us. Mike was jamming too. It wasn't just me.
Glad we're not filming this. That's Michael McDonald from the Doobie Brothers singing background vocals there.
Oh, I'm sure he loved doing
And
it.
I'm out. I got no, I got nothing.
This was the single, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was a single, and I can't believe it was a single. To be
So when
totally
you get
honest.
his Elton John's Diamond Hits, it's like his greatest hits thing.
Ooh,
I think on the
Diamonds.
deluxe edition, Victim of Love is on there. It's the
Yeah.
only cut from this album that made the greatest hits thingy. Just the fact that he doesn't play anything from it, like he basically made it and went on with his life.
yeah,
thinking
there's
that-
a definite disconnect.
I think he was high as shit. I don't.
I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna go in, and I'm just gonna do my thing, and then I'm just gonna.
He had zero to do with any of the songs.
I wonder how much he got paid.
He didn't write anything. I don't know. I mean, the fact that the album and the single in particular it's still kind of charted. I think Elton John's still a commodity, like a cash cow, So he probably, it didn't matter. He was blowing it all on blow anyway.
Blowing it all. It just seems. It just seems to me like the time frame, like when this came out. Obviously, it was the end of disco, and
are you sure?
But it just seems to me it was like the producer, what's his name, Bellot or
Pete Bellot?
Yeah,
I'll ask.
These were his These were like his B-sides, and he's like, we got some for John. We'll just, get him to sing over these. And
because I mean, the guy was an old friend, but also had charted a lot of disco hits with like Donna Summer and stuff.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I guess on paper, maybe it was a good idea and made sense. But the fact that Elton had like nothing from Bernie, no lyrics, so the lyrics are quite ass unwiped. And then like Elton doesn't bring any of his musical. That's the part that Elton brings is the piano and the keyboards. He's got such good feel for melody and for structure and arrangement and stuff. But he had nothing to do with it, man. He showed up for an 8-hour session, sang the whole record, and then left. Like
that's like impossible.
I'd heard.
So how many takes do you think it took for him to like get through each tune? Must have been
one take, no question, dude. And like I remember hearing from Rob Cavallo that he had said that Billy Joe Armstrong sang Dookie in like 2 days, the whole album in 2 days. And
really,
it was something like that. And he was like that. He's never seen that repeated before. Like singers take time. Like, it takes time, but Billy Joe was just so well versed in his material and his songs that he went in there and banged the whole record out in like 2 days.
That was a great record too.
Okay, so let's do the YouTube comments. Jason Blitz 10 months ago says his best era. I die for disco Elton John.
Oh, I guess you can dare lick my balls, Capitan.
Larry Graves fan 8 months ago says this is kind of weak. I mean, comparing to other Elton John songs, don't know why everybody is pretending that this song is like a masterpiece.
I can derelict my own balls, thank you very much.
And finally, the final YouTube comment of our Elton John episode is from Mark W. And 11 months ago, he said, when Elton John had a comeback, it was stuff like this that he needed to come back from. And that concludes our track-by-track review of Elton John's Victim of Love.
Aww.
Victim of Gloves.
We're just
Victim of Gloves.
Up, man.
Oh, it's definitely warm in here. Okay, so track-by-track review. Rate the album. What is there, 9 songs on this thing? 8 songs or something?
Dude, I'll give it like a 3.
Wow. I'm giving it like a half a star.
Really?
Just because it's Elton John. But, dude, this was terrible.
Oh, I know. It was bad.
It was terrible. I'm trying to remember what I gave the John Lennon and Yoko Ono record, but this was like on par with how bad it is. It's so bad.
Well,
there was like elements of the Lennon record that I liked,
that
like musically and stuff, grooves and stuff that was in there, but I don't like disco. And this album not only does it not deviate from disco, but even like that same tempo, that same BPM, the same groove. Like that's what the skit was about, right? It's just good grief. So good for you. A 3, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go ahead and disagree with you there.
Born Bad 56 times.
Born Bad. That's your favorite tune.
It is.
Recommendations from Elton John and what you're currently listening to, my fine feathered friend.
Elton John.
Yeah.
I don't really have any recommendations.
Well, obviously Lion King. If you
Lion King was my jam.
Hey guys, if you want to crush ass, listen to Lion King.
Oh man.
Gets the girls in the mood. That's such a weird thing. I can't.
No, man. Really?
No, I was busy crying when
Lion King
Mufasa died.
and even Aladdin was good.
But Jasmine was hot. There's no humans in Lion King, dude. Jasmine was at least a cutie.
It's funny because I'd be with my friends, and we'd always get invited over, like when they were babysitting or something like that. The girls were babysitting, and when the kids went to sleep.
Riff raff, street rat. I don't buy that. If only they'd look closer, would they see a poor boy? No, siree.
What is
They'd
that?
find out. Aladdin.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't watch the movie.
I was too busy getting down. Oh, John. So, yeah, Elton John, you got to go with the 70s stuff. Your song, Benny the Jets, Rocket Man, Yellow Brick Road, all those great songs.
The only thing is that, like, I don't know what records those are from.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, I know the songs, but I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don't Shoot Me, I'm the Piano Player. There's all the early 70s stuff. He put out, his first album came out in 69, I believe. And
really?
You could probably,
that early?
You could probably skip it.
Damn.
And then 70 was the one that had your song on it, so it really took off for him. But a lot of people don't know that he had an album before that.
Really?
Yeah. And the opening track, I can't remember what it's called, but it is like 8-9 minutes long or something. It's like a jam. The whole album doesn't have like singles on it. But, anyway, I would say go back then. What have you been listening to lately?
I actually dusted this one off from the 90s. Go figure. It's a band called Sandbox. They're actually Canadian. I'm not sure. It's actually Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
Really? He has a band?
It was his band before he went into Trailer Park Boys and became Bubbles. Yeah.
And they were signed and they had an album and everything?
Oh, yeah. It's an album.
Holy crap, Ricky.
The album was called Bionic, and it's a great record.
You don't remember my band? Sandbox.
Bionic.
Where can you find it? Is it on Spotify?
No, it'll be on Google. All that stuff. Yeah,
come on,
it's up there.
Wow,
it's a great record.
What about the other two, like Ricky and Julian? Did they do anything really of note before Trailer Park Boys?
I don't think so.
No, okay.
But obviously the guy who plays as Bubbles, his name is Mike Smith, and the guy's so funny.
Yeah,
but it's so weird watching him in a band. Like before all of this, like normal without the glasses,
without
all
the
that
big glasses, yeah,
dude,
yeah,
it's hilarious.
Yeah,
he's all skinny and
that's
like
great.
he's a rock star, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, they got pretty big, but
sure,
their newer stuff isn't very good.
Yeah.
But they're a Canadian act. I don't know how the whole American, U.S., Canada, U.S. thing goes, but if you can check them out, they're great.
Cool.
And
and Disco. You were listening to Disco and Sandbox.
Yes. I was in the Disco Sandbox.
The Disco Zone.
And I would not want anybody to do this disco album again.
Yeah, no, you can skip this, guys. Elton's got some great stuff. Yeah. You don't need to listen to this. A pile of shite. For me, I was listening to, it's going to be redundant. I think season after season, I'm plugging Ian Thornley and Big Wreck.
Oh, he's so great.
And here's the reason why I can plug him all the time, and I keep going back to him, because every time you listen to a Big Wreck record, a Thornley album, or his Ian Fletcher Thornley record, any of the stuff that he does, there's so much in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like listening to like a DC album, a Van Halen album, a Def Leppard, or something where it's kind of what you hear is what you get. Mm-hmm. There's like, there's almost like math within Big Wreck music, because the musicianship, like these guys are virtuosos. Ian Thornley is a ridiculous guitar player, and he's got that voice too. He's got it all. Man. And he plays, he writes, he's got everything. So I can listen to, The Pleasure and the Greed, Albatross, the newer one, But for the Sun. I can listen to these records and put it on right away. Right after it's done, I can put it on again and hear new things, whether it's what the bass player is doing, but predominantly it's what he's doing with his guitar. His phrasing, his delivery. He is master. Guys, you gotta give Ian Thornley his due. He's during this whole quarantine thing, Miles Kennedy put up like a live from my living room kind of thing. And Miles and Ian know each other. Miles actually sings harmony on The Pleasure and the Greed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Miles plugs Thornley, tells everybody to listen to Ian, and I hope that works. So between me, who's like right around the same level of stardom as Miles, and Miles Kennedy, you guys have to check out Big Wreck. A lot of Canadian people are going to know, but man, in the States, in the UK, Europe, check out Ian Thornley.
And who introduced you to Big Wreck?
Uncle John.
Yes, I did.
I love Disco Smeaton.
Yeah. Who wears spandex?
I did. I had heard, I think, like the Oaf or something on like rock radio back then. But you gave me a copy of In Loving Memory.
Oh, it's such a great record.
And that song, Blown Wide Open, Under the Lighthouse, overemphasizing. Like, the album is amazing. And it's, 97
96, 95,
95, 7,
yeah.
8. It's like mid to late 90s. This album still sounds incredible. Just an incredible record, incredible writer.
Ian is the closest to Cornell I've ever heard.
As a singer.
Yeah, as a singer.
Yeah.
And then my favorite singer is obviously Miles Kennedy.
Yeah.
And then Ian Thornley for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Ian and
phenomenal.
Miles are the top spots for me.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we named one of our sons Miles.
Yeah.
And we spelt it with the Y like Miles Kennedy does. You know, he's a big hero. And obviously Alter Bridge were like the first time I had ever heard him. But then we went back and listened to the Mayfield 4.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude.
Was it Mars Hotel and
Second Skin. The second Mayfield 4 album, which is called Second Skin, is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Better than anything Creed did.
Like,
oh my gosh, it's so good.
It's unfortunate. A lot of these bands don't get promoted as much as they should.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got bands like Creed that take off and, you know.
Yeah, but you know what? When I was in high school and Creed were the biggest thing, there was nobody that didn't like them. Everybody had My Own Prison. I was the one that didn't like him because he wasn't my style of singer.
Mm-hmm.
Music is always like a singer kind of lures me in the voice, and I didn't like Stapp. Everybody was saying the Eddie Vedder Stapp thing, but if you A-B'd them together, Stapp doesn't sound like Eddie Vedder at all. They actually don't sound similar at all. Everybody's like, "Grr." It's like Eddie Vedder doesn't sing like that. Go ahead and listen to Black, or go ahead and listen to anything off a verse. He didn't sing like that, but everybody tried to ape what he was doing, right? So
Stone Temple Pilots got shit on for that too, for their first album, Core, trying to sound like Pearl Jam, like big time. And I mean, then they came out with Purple, and it was like, oh no.
And Tiny Music.
Oh man. Yeah. Like, dude, I remember seeing Stone Temple Pilots live.
Yeah. You went to Sarnia Bay Fest, right?
Yeah. Dude, one of the greatest shows I've ever seen. I had kids, man.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you know, I'm older, and I know more about them. But these kids,
old.
These kids were there, man, and they were fucking blown away by these guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was great. Scott went up.
Weiland was still killing it.
Dude, he was wearing a pinstripe suit with a fedora, purple fedora.
And he had the megaphone.
Oh, he had the megaphone for a couple songs. He started out with Silver Gun Superman, and it was so fucking badass. Dude, he's up on the amp. He's standing on the amp, just fucking giving it. It was, dude.
He was probably the last really true, great frontman.
I mean,
it's like from the vein of like your Robert Plant and those kinds of guys. Weiland was just phenomenal.
It's funny, some of the memories, because like I remember we went to see Bryan Adams at Bayfest,
yeah.
and I remember
racist.
waiting for him. Oh god, it was so funny because Mike and I are in the crowd, right? And like we were pretty much like right up at the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he looked right at me and he said, "Do you hate Chinese people too?" And I said, "No, Brian, I don't."
And it was just funny because every time, because nobody's paying attention because, you know, it was pre-show, whatever.
Right.
And the roadies would come up and like they'd be like doing shit, whatever, doing the equipment.
Yeah.
And Mike would yell out, "Brian, is that you?" And everyone would stop and look, and it's just some like mullet guy, like just,
it wasn't even close.
It was totally.
Wow, you really let yourself go. It's like this chubby roadie.
And I mean, and Mike and I even went to see Alter Bridge in Flint, Michigan, at the Machine Shop. That was great. It was got the fist pump, Mark Tremonti. Yeah. Oh man, that was a great.
Any
show.
chance I get to tell that story?
That's so great.
And it was a small venue. It was like an 11 or 1200 seater.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, we were front row. Now, who was the band that opened? It was the drummer from Godsmack.
And it was a singer from Ugly Kid Joe.
Yeah. They were great.
Some Kind of Animal. Is that what they were called?
Something like that.
They were good.
They were really great. And it was kind of like, how are they going to follow this? But then Tremonti walks out, puts his foot up on the monitor.
Oh, yeah.
And gives you the horns, and he starts playing like...
Oh, that was so great.
Oh, I think they opened...
Dude, I got goosebumps right now. That was such a great show.
And I got to reach up and fist bump Tremonti. Guy's a rock star, man.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Badass.
Yeah. So check all that stuff out. Lots of good stuff. Thanks for surviving this horrible record with us. Elton John's obviously phenomenal and deserves all the credit. But this was a misstep, man. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
But check out our Facebook and Twitter and Instagrams. Check thecredits.com is our website where it's got links to all that stuff. Sometimes that's the easiest way to go is just go to the .com and click on Apple, iPod, Spotify, Google, all that stuff where you can find the podcast.
Let's go.
Thanks for joining us. Until the next time.
Welcome to Midnight Q. Tonight we're going to enjoy the smooth jazz of Charles Mingus. Norman Mailer is here to read an excerpt from his latest book. And then we also have a girl from Omaha who's hiding a banana. We'll find out where. Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
You have recently enjoyed a Check the Credits podcast, a program I can only assume you've enjoyed on a radio receiver that would have been at your disposal. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And I have no idea what any of that means because I'm a broadcaster guy from the 1920s. Thank you, and good night.
Hot. To trot. Is there a fly on me? No, that's a wire.